Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a piece of everyday magic refrigeration. Seriously, from the food in your fridge to the AC on a blazing hot day, it all runs on one single, brilliant idea. So let's pull back the curtain and unpack the secret of cold.
Have you ever really stopped to think about it? How does a machine just create cold? It almost feels like it's breaking the rules of physics, but the answer is actually this really elegant dance that's happening in millions of homes right this second.
And that secret is called the RAC cycle. It stands for refrigeration and air conditioning. Now, the key here is that it's a closed loop system, so nothing gets in or out. Inside, this special fluid, a refrigerant, is on a never-ending journey. Its whole job is to grab heat from where you don't want it, like inside your fridge, and dump it somewhere else, like your kitchen.
Okay, so to get how this journey works, we gotta meet the team. The entire cycle, all of it, depends on just 4 key players working in perfect harmony to pull this off.
Yep, that's right. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. This incredibly powerful effect is all created by just 4 essential parts.
So here they are, our main characters: the compressor, the condenser, the expansion valve, and the evaporator. Let's break down exactly what each one does, starting right now.
First up, the compressor. You can think of this as the heart, or maybe the muscle of the whole system. Its job is to take the refrigerant when it's just a low-pressure gas and squeeze it really hard. This compression jacks up its pressure, and because of physics, its temperature skyrockets. So now it's a super hot, high-pressure gas.
Next, that hot gas flows into the condenser. You've definitely felt this in action. You know that warm air coming from the back or bottom of your fridge? That is the condenser doing its job. It's simply releasing all that heat into your kitchen. And as it does, the hot gas inside cools down and condenses into a high-pressure liquid.
And now, for the part where the real magic happens, that high-pressured liquid gets forced through the expansion valve. This little part causes a sudden, massive drop in pressure. And when you do that to a liquid, let it expand that fast, it gets intensely cold. This is it. This is the moment the cold is actually created.
Finally, this ridiculously cold, low-pressure liquid flows into the evaporator. Now, this is the part that's actually inside your fridge or your AC unit. And because that refrigerant is so cold, heat from the air and the food inside the fridge just naturally flows right into it. It's like a heat sponge. All that absorbed heat makes the refrigerant boil and turn back into a gas, leaving the inside of your fridge perfectly chilled. All right, so we've met all the players. Now let's follow the refrigerant and see how this all comes together in one continuous loop. So before we trace the path, just keep these 2 big transformations in your head. The refrigerant is always switching back and forth between being a gas and a liquid, and at the same time, it's flipping between high pressure and low pressure. These 2 changes are the engine that makes the whole thing go. Okay, here's the full lap. Step 1. Inside the fridge, in the evaporator, our cold liquid refrigerant soaks up heat and turns into a gas. Step 2. That gas gets sucked into the compressor, which squeezes it into a hot, high-pressure gas. Step 3, it moves to the condenser, which gets rid of all that heat and turns it back into a liquid. Step 4, the expansion valve creates that sudden pressure drop, making it super cold. And step 5, it's right back in the evaporator, ready to absorb more heat. And just like that, the cycle starts all over again. Endlessly. And there it is, really, a simple, elegant, never-ending loop. From the evaporator to the compressor to the condenser to the expansion valve and right back to the beginning. Over and over again, just moving heat from the inside to the outside. Now, while this basic principle is pretty much universal, engineers have figured out a couple of different ways to get the job done. The process we've been walking through is called the vapor compression cycle, or VCC. It is, by far, the most common type out there. It's in pretty much every fridge and home AC unit you'll find. There is another method, called the vapor absorption cycle, or VAC, which uses different chemicals. But the fundamental goal? It's exactly the same. Just move heat. So, the vapor compression cycle is a technology that's over a century old, and it has completely changed how we live, how we eat, how we work. It's simple, it's effective, and it's incredibly reliable. But it does make you wonder, as we start looking for even more efficient and environmentally friendly ways to do things, what will the next generation of cooling look like? That's definitely some food for thought. Thanks for diving into this with me.